Hi, my name's Corey Carney. I'm the Assistant Building Official with the York County Building Safety. If you're a business owner, you understand that your workspace is as important as the service you provide. If you've decided to build a new office or leased a space that needs some updating, the process from start to finish can be frustrating. This video serves as a guide for those who are unfamiliar with the process of permits and inspections and why these laws and regulations exist. Most construction-related activities are subject to the Virginia Uniform Statewide Building Code, or the VUSBC, with very few exceptions. These activities may or may not require permits and inspections depending on the scope of work to be completed. In most commercial settings, there are very few exemptions. Typically, anything outside of replacement of floor finishes and certain wall finishes will require permits and inspections. To be sure, visit the Building Safety webpage and find the current Virginia Building Codes tab to view Section 108 of the Virginia Construction Code and see the full list of permit requirements and exemptions. The most common permit requirement for business owners who are taking over a space from a previous business is what's called a change of use permit. There are different construction and fire and life safety requirements depending on the use of the space. If you are taking over an existing space and your business is a different use group than the previous, you will need to apply for a change of use permit. Most commonly, the B, M, and A use groups each have their own requirements. It's important to understand which use group your business may fall under. The B use is often the typical office type setting, but could include several other types of professional services. M, or mercantile uses, are places that sell goods, like a market, a drugstore, or retail space. The A use gets a little more complicated. It covers most any space used for the gathering of persons for the purposes of civic, social, or religious functions, recreation, food consumption, or awaiting transportation. Virginia law requires that persons applying for permits shall either be licensed to perform the work proposed or be exempt from that licensure by Chapter 11 of Title 54.1 of the Code of Virginia. There are several exemptions, but two of the most common are homeowners and business owners. If you apply for one of these exemptions, you must sign an affidavit to confirm that you meet the exemption, much like a contractor would have to provide a license to verify their requirements under that same law. The business owner exemption applies to any person who performs or supervises the repair or improvement of industrial or manufacturing facilities or a commercial or retail building for their own use. It's important to note that the exemptions allow you to perform and supervise construction, but Building Safety does not recommend that you get permits for work that you are not performing. If you hire a licensed contractor, it's their responsibility to pull permits. If they're asking you to pull the permits, there's a chance that they may not be licensed to perform that work. Once you've made the decision to apply for permits, come see Building Safety at 103 Service Drive in York County. A portal account is required in order to issue a permit. You can go to yorkcounty.gov/buildingsafety to register, or we can help you get set up in the office when you apply. You can also call us at 757-890-3522 or email us at bldgsafety@yorkcounty.gov to find out what other requirements you may need to meet, such as zoning regulations and what documentation, if any, may be required.